Good evening, my name is Garrett and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Fincasa Whiskey. This is their rum barrel finished rye whiskey, coming in at a 50% ABV, at least 5 years old. Now for full disclosure, Fincasa Whiskey was kind enough to send this bottle over for us to take a look at and a review, so just keeping that transparency open. Now Fincasa Whiskey has done a couple different batches up of their rum barrel finished rye. I got to try batch 1 and I thought it was a great example of how you can source a good rye whiskey and finish it. I do have a sample of batch 2, which was just as good, but batch 3 here is completely different in some aspects. Now the good thing is they actually give us a lot of good information about batch 3. First of all, they're sourcing an Indiana rye, which batch 1 and 2 did the same thing, and of all places to source from, Indiana is known for good rye whiskey. Nothing wrong with that. On top of that, they're actually telling us they're using an ex-Puerto Rican rum barrel for finishing. Batch 1 and batch 2 were actually using a Barbados rum barrel. And after some conversation, as time goes on, additional batches will keep changing those barrels. And I think that is such a fun, unique way of making your brand stand out. And the cherry on top of things, they actually tell us the finishing times of the whiskey. This one here has been actually finished for 12 months. And I love that kind of information just because we can get an idea from batch to batch how that variation of not only where the cask is coming from, but the finishing time on that. And I think keeping at a 5-year age statement with that finishing on top of things should equal up to a pretty darn good rum finished rye. Those are one of my favorite finishes, to be honest with you. If you do a rye finish in a rum barrel, I'm probably going to love it just because that is like the easiest way to my heart. Just because I love how the rum side of things, the sweet tropical notes play so well with Indiana's rye. But I'm curious on how a Puerto Rican style barrel will do with it because again, I was a big fan of the Barbados. Let's jump into it, see how they do. Now I will say I always love these bottles, kind of a medicine shaped bottle. This really cool classic look to it. And right there on the side of the bottle, they give you all the good information. They actually tell us that this is bottle number 278. They give you the date, age statements on the side here, finishing times, where it's distilled from. Not only does that incorporate into the bottle style, but it's the transparency we love to see. So as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit, become a member if you'd like. If you're interested in the other reviews over Fincasa Whiskey that I've done, links to those videos will be up above and down below for you to check out, along with a link to their website, so you can go there, learn about them, read about them, and you can actually order their products right from their website and have it shipped to you. Beautiful golden color in there, almost like a dark raw honey. Now in time, we will also be doing an A/B comparison between this and batch 1 and the sample I have to batch 2. I'm hoping to one day be able to order or find a bottle of batch 2 to add to the shelf as well, just so I can have all three in the 750 milliliters. I'm kind of a weird person with that kind of stuff. I just love having the big bottles of them, especially of things I enjoy. Alrighty, let's go for notes. See how it starts off. Ooh, yeah. Nice herbal spiciness from that rye. The rum barrel finish is bringing in a completely different kind of sweetness. It's a little toned down, a little darker, a little heavier notes on the nose. You're still getting the kind of tropical notes, a little bit of coconut, papaya, spices, rum spices. Beautiful charriness from that cask. You're getting some wood sugars going on in there. Getting a little bit of vanilla sweetness, bit of caramel. But that rye spice is showcased beautifully. It's coming close near to like a rye bready note, and we'll see how on the taste itself on how well that comes through. But right now it's coming through just a beautiful rye spiciness, tad floral, but beautiful soft sweet notes. There's no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. You can definitely tell the 2-year difference plus the change of where they're sourcing that rum barrel from is completely different compared to batch 1. Ooh, it's got kind of a minty freshness. That could be from the Indiana rye too. It's got kind of just a little pop of a mint garden. On the nose at least, this would also make a great cocktail. Yeah, instantly, I'm just thinking of you could do a play on an old fashioned with this. Do some different bitters in there, garnish it a little differently. Or a Manhattan. I love a good Manhattan. But yeah. Soft, sweet, earthy, bready. Everything you want in that combination. The darker fruit notes are starting to show up a little bit more from the rum side of things. A little bit of, little touch of sugar cane, little touch of molasses kind of note, dark sugars. But overall, beautifully done on the nose. Great intro to what we're hopefully going to get across on the taste. Let's find out. Oh yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Clings on the palate to a T. It's a little oily, a little viscous, spicy, herbal, medicinal, little floral going on. All that coming from that rye. There is a bit of the charriness showing up as well, almost like grilled fruit. Like if you ever put like an apple or something up on a grill, spices are coming through soft. The rum barrel is completely different. The Barbados was a little more bright and shiny and fruity and lively, where this is a little more subtle, a little more darker, a little more mysterious of concepts. You're still finding that beautiful spiciness from the rum side of things. A little bit of coconut, but darker fruits going on. Plum, fig, maybe even a little bit of like a ripened pineapple on there. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to assume, if I had to guess, that they're probably using a molasses in the base from the Puerto Rican rum. I could be wrong, but there's like a darker sugar note going on. That's a good sip. Second sip here. I'm getting that big burst of herbal spiciness at the beginning from the rye. Again, I love how that coats the palate. It's got a thickness to it, and it's got to be from that finishing itself. And it's just got a good balance of the Indiana rye spiciness and the darker, heavier, sugary notes coming from that rum barrel. The fruit notes are playing well together. That's what you want. This is a little more sophisticated. And again, I think it's because of the age and the finishing times are playing so well on this. Once they start getting this to even higher age statements, if that's what they're aiming to do, you're going to have a sip on the shelf that is going to be unlike anything else in a rum barrel finish category. It's those darker fruit notes that are bringing a little bit more characteristics to it. And I think it's great. Third sip here. There's no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes from the beginning to the middle to the end. I think that is a beautiful example of how you want to finish something and be as transparent as possible about what you're doing. That is good. Definitely up there with some of my favorite rum barrel finishings. Speaking of, let's talk about a grade for it. How about that? Now again, they are being fully transparent about the process, where they're sourcing from, age statements, where they're getting their rum barrel from, and I think that's awesome. I love that kind of transparency, and it just shows how proud they are about what they're doing. And typical pricing on this is right around that $80, $85 range, and I think that's fair enough. You're taking a good solid rye, you're finishing it, and you're releasing it, keeping a good ABV on top of things. I'm going to give it a good solid A-. It's a beautiful sip. When I think of rum barrel finished rye, Fincasa's just been knocking it out of the park for me. I used to always look towards things like Angel's Envy as being that prime example. And this will go toe-to-toe with them any day of the week, in my opinion. This is what you want. This is what you need if you love a rum barrel finished rye. I'm excited to see how far down the releases Fincasa plans to go, because I really hope they just keep visiting more locations, finding those barrels, and bringing them to market. Keep up the great work, guys, because that's a beautiful sip. And again, if you're interested in learning more about Fincasa whiskey, a link to their website will be down in the description area below. Go show them some love. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Fincasa whiskey, rum barrel finished rye whiskey, batch 3. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I really like it might